We continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 3, text 21. Yad yad acharti shreshthas tat tad evetaro janaha sa yad pramanam kurute lokas tad anuvartate. Krishna is continuing to speak to Arjuna. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. So that means it is so important for the leaders to be so careful of what example are they setting, because then common people like us, we are going to follow. Then what's going to happen? What standard is this leader setting? Because what standard he sets, then common people are going to follow that standard. So people in general always require a leader who can teach the public by practical behavior. A leader cannot teach the public to stop smoking if he himself smokes. Lord Caitanya said that a teacher should behave properly before he begins teaching. One who teaches in that way is called Acharya, or the ideal teacher. So it's not that Srila Prabhupada told us, okay, you'll wake up, then you do Mangalarti, then you do your chanting, and then you do your Bhagavatam class and Tulsi Puja and Guru Puja, and you'll do all this and I'm going to go to sleep. No, he showed us by example. He would do it. He would sleep the least among anyone. He was he was preaching the most among anyone. He was following the regulative principles to the highest degree. So this is how we can teach, by being an example. We need to be an example. So that's why nowadays many times we hear, the students say, oh, the teacher is telling us such things, but what is the teacher doing? I'm speaking about in our schools and colleges. They say, oh, yeah, I saw my teacher was there in the club and also was drinking and smoking. So then what are the children? They are going to follow that example, right? Yeah. So what is a teacher? The teacher should be ideal. Therefore, a teacher must follow the principles of Shastra, scripture, to teach the common man. The teacher cannot manufacture rules against the principles of revealed scriptures. So the teacher cannot manufacture rules against the principles of revealed scriptures, because many times, many people, they come up, oh, why do you need to follow the Shastra? It's all bogus. Just follow what I'm telling you. No, we cannot manufacture rules against the principle. What's the principle of the revealed scripture? That is a true teacher. The revealed scriptures like Manu Samhita and similar others are considered the standard books to be followed by human society. These are the standard books to be followed by human society, Manu Samhita and similar others. That's what the principles of human society should be based on. And all the scriptures say, no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. But we see the leaders now, they're in fact promoting it. They're in fact promoting such things, So we can see what is the quality of our leaders, and that's where we are going. And so we should, because each of us is a leader. Each of us have a circle of influence. We are either influencing our children or our spouse or our parents or our siblings or even our friends or neighbors. Each of us is a leader. And so we should be the example for others. We should try to become exemplary. We should follow the regulative principles. We should hear and chant to whatever best of the ability. Not that, okay, we say, okay, yeah, I'm purified. No, but at least we try. We begin somewhere. We begin somewhere. Thus, the leader's teaching should be based on the principles of such standard shastras. One who desires to improve himself must follow the standard rules as they are practiced by the great teachers. So one who desires to improve himself. So if we really want to improve, like many people don't have the desire, so then what can be said? But if we really want to improve, then we have to follow the great teachers. Mahajana yena gata sapanta. Follow the standard rules as practiced by the great teachers. The Srimad Bhagavatam also affirms that one should follow in the footsteps of great devotees. And that is the way of progress on the path of spiritual realization. So if we really want to have spiritual realization, self-realization, we need to follow in the footsteps of great devotees. Great devotees, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, Narad Muni, Vyasadev, exemplary devotees. What are they teaching? What are they saying? Then in more contemporary times, we have the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. What are they saying? We have Srila Prabhupada. What is he saying? He's showing us how to get connected to Krishna. They are taking us by our hand, taking us back home, back to Godhead. We just have to follow. They're already telling us, take my hand, come with me. We just have to follow them. The executive or the head state of a state, the father and the school teacher are all considered to be natural leaders of the innocent people in general, the king or the executive head of a state. The father and the school teacher are all considered to be natural leaders of the innocent people in general. All such natural leaders have a great responsibility to their dependents. Therefore, they must be conversant with standard books of moral and spiritual codes. So we each have to take up the responsibility because we each are a leader in one sense. We each have the tendency to influence others. So we need to understand the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. We need to hear and chant and then become an example and encourage others to do so. Why? Because we are not the body, we are the soul. This material world is not our permanent place. We need to go back home, back to Godhead. So we need to learn and teach. Any questions or comments?
No.
So, and this order is given to us by Lord Caitanya. This instruction is given to us by Lord Caitanya. So the empowerment is coming from Lord Caitanya. Lord Caitanya, he said that wherever you go, whoever you meet, you speak to them about Krishna. So we just follow. And Lord Chaitanya would say it's like this Krishna consciousness movement, this process of bhakti is what? It's like a mango. You eat the mango and you share the mango. And the more you eat it and the more you share it, the more relishable the mango becomes. It's not that it's going to finish. Not that, oh, if I tell others about Krishna, then what's going to happen to me? Krishna will forget me. No, Krishna will remember us more and more if we speak to others about Krishna. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, who is the most dear to him? One who speaks this knowledge to others, who tells others about Krishna becomes more dear to him. So the more we tell people about Krishna, the more we will become dear to Krishna. So we'll stop here for today.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening in.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Jai.
Ki jai. Gaur
Jai.
Hari Bol. Hari